Today we're going to go over how you can make a template. So here I have just a basic presentation that I've started with my logo here. And what you can do is, depending on how many slides you're doing and how often you're going to do this, you could just make a new slide and then copy and paste the logo here if you wanted it on every slide. But if you're making a lot of slides, that can get quite repetitive and it starts to become a little bit unnecessary. So what I would recommend is instead you go to the View tab in PowerPoint. You're going to go to Slide Master. And then here, this allows you to edit any of your templates that you have. If I had a template that I was using right now, so if I leave the Slide Master and go to Design and put in a template, and then I went to View Slide Master, you can see now I can edit any of these things here as well. This allows me to change anything that was here. So if I were to take this logo, I'm going to cut it from the main screen. So Control X or Command X on a Mac, go to View, go to Slide Master, and anything that you do on this very first slide is going to be replicated throughout all of them. So you can see here now, if I placed using Control V or Command V on a Mac, it will now make that logo on every single slide template that I have. If, however, I don't want it on every single one, but I only want to have it on certain slides, like let's say I want to have it on my title slide and I want to have it on any of the subheads that I have, I could just paste it onto those slides that I have, and it's not going to go on the other slides that I have here. If I wanted to add anything else, like let's say I wanted to add a footer on every single slide, then I can insert a shape. And here you can just insert a rectangle, and let's say I want to keep that footer section that's already there. So the date and the footer information and the slide number, I want to make sure that rectangle takes up enough space that I can have that information still inside of it. And then I would right click on it, send to back, and then I would want to make sure that the text here was visible. So I would need to change this to some other color, like let's say white. And you can see here it has an outline. It's pretty hard to see, but you can remove that outline by clicking on it and saying no outline. And then you can just adjust things as you need to. So if I decide that that footer is a little bit too big, I can make it smaller. If I want to move the text here down a bit, I could do that. So you could play around with what that looks like. But just know that that's going to be on every single slide. So then you're going to have to adjust the ones that had the logo in those and pull that up or move it somewhere else. And you would want to make sure that that is the same. So I would want to copy this and then come over here, delete that and paste it in. You'll notice that then if you have a really long subhead, you'd have to adjust that. So you're going to be going back and forth a little bit with these and just making sure that that is working the best way possible. When it comes to any information that you want to change with the title of the slide, I would recommend changing it up here. So if I wanted to make this not Calibri Light, which is the default, then instead you would want to change it on this master of the master. That way it's going to change it on all of them. So like let's say I want to do a Cumin Pro, then you can see now Cumin Pro is going through all of these. That way you're not having to go through and change it for this slide and this slide and this slide. That's going to automatically shift that. And if I go to the slide master and close the slide master view, you can see it's now updated it on my template as well. And that footer is going to be there. It's on here. I didn't add the logo here, so you can only see the footer and the update to the text. But if I were to add in a new slide and then right click and go to layout and go to my section header, you can see that that logo is there that I had, and it is here as well. So that is one way to start using your master slides effectively, and I hope this helps in your next presentation.